Hey everybody, Josh Peck here. Well, we got another story of some strange celestial object that's been spotted that we need to talk about. Very interesting stuff. A mysterious flaming green ball that was spotted above Moscow. It's strange how a lot of these things are over Russia, although Russia's very big, so I guess it makes sense. But before we get to the story, make sure you subscribe, click the bell to turn on all notifications. And even if you are subscribed, make sure periodically you check the bell, because I've even noticed, I'm subscribed to my own channel because I schedule these things out all the time. My day job, my 9 to 5 is Prophecy Watchers, so I don't ever want to cut into that. So I schedule these out, and I've noticed just recently I've been kicked off my own subscription. I'm not getting notifications when I post my own video. So I imagine it's probably the same for a lot of you. So just make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you do click the bell. The best way to bypass all this is to just go to dailyrenegade.com and get a subscription there. Then you get early access and ad-free access to all of these videos that I do. Plus, for Sharpening Report, you get the full video, not just the first half that I usually put on YouTube and Rumble. And that was due to censorship issues from years ago. Many of you already know that. We don't need to rehash all that. Okay. And by the way, all of the links for everything is right on this banner. And you can find those in the description below. Okay. So, the story is, mysterious flaming green ball spotted above Moscow. What was it? This comes from, Metro. So we can see it here. There's actually a video, and there's not much audio in the video, so I'll just talk through some of this, because we do also have a podcast version. So if you're listening on the podcast, you're not going to, obviously you can't see the video, but some people prefer the podcast, and that's great. Which, by the way, if you guys do want that, joshpeck.substack.com. It's in the links below. But here is the video. Of course, there's an ad. By the way, Metro, like, your website is absolutely covered in ads. Okay. So you can see this green fireball, basically shooting through the sky. It's flashing a couple of times. It's got a long trail behind it. And when it flashes, it flashes yellow, and then it looks like it kind of breaks apart. So you see those flashes there. And then, yeah, and then it looks like it kind of breaks apart into, what, 3 or 4, maybe 5 different pieces that are all still in a straight line. There's another picture from somebody driving in a car. Or another video, not picture. And I'll just play that much of the video. This one, I watched this earlier before recording today. This one, it's not as good. You just see it way off in the distance there. That one isn't as good as the other ones. So, but yeah, really interesting. So this caused a lot of people to wonder what it was. Of course, a lot of people are saying a UFO or a comet or space debris or whatever. But the story is, a bright green fireball was spotted streaking across the sky in Moscow in the early hours of yesterday morning. And what would the date be on this? This would have been October 28th, so that would have been October 27th. So a few days ago. It says, footage shared by local media showed the glowing green object with a long bright tail racing across the sky before disappearing from view. Witnesses in several other cities in the Moscow region all reported seeing the mysterious light. It looks like a meteor. I've never seen anything so bright, one wrote. Others had a more likely explanation for the mystery object: tests of Vladimir Putin's Burevestnik nuclear power cruise missiles. So it says down here, here's a picture of it. The green object was spotted in cities across greater Moscow. The 9M730 Burevestnik is a nuclear-powered cruise missile being developed by Russia for its armed forces, which was being tested last week. However, experts later said that the light was not a meteor or a missile, but a fragment of space debris burning up in the atmosphere. Sergei Bogachev, head of the Space Research Institute of the Russian Academy of Sciences, said these fireballs can be observed quite regularly in the night sky by those who know where to look. It's interesting that there was any kind of real question about this, because isn't there a way that you can look at the color that something is burning at, and you can tell what the chemical composition is, because not every I think it's not like not every natural thing is going to burn green like that in the atmosphere. There's different colors for different chemical compositions, so it seems like they would be able to just look at it and test for that in some way. But I don't know. Maybe it's different in Russia. It says, according to NASA data, around 100 tons of cosmic dust and small debris enter Earth's atmosphere every day, most of which burn away completely at altitudes between 80 and 120 kilometers. All right, so what is this missile? What is Putin's Berezovsky missile? And I'm probably mispronouncing that. It says the phenomenon happened after Putin tested his flying Chernobyl missiles. By the way, that's interesting because I don't remember which Bible it was, maybe the German Bible or something, but I heard that in the Wormwood prophecy, if you look at that in a different language, I believe it might German or Russian or one of these. I can't remember, and I'm going off memory, so excuse me. I probably should have looked this up before I started recording, but the actual word in that language for wormwood is Chernobyl, which is really interesting. It makes the waters bitter, and people get sick when they drink it. I remember Tom Horn believed that it was radioactive somehow, maybe naturally, and I wondered if there would be something like, remember the movie Armageddon? What if something like that happened where you get this big comet or meteor or whatever that's going to strike the Earth? So what they try to do is they try to nuke it so they can split it in half so that each half goes around the Earth. But maybe they don't do it right, and both halves actually hit the Earth. Because in the Wormwood prophecy, one hits the land, and it seems like it's one thing, but then like it breaks apart. One hits the land, one hits the seas. Or one hits the seas, one hits the ocean. I'd have to go back and read it, but basically you get two pieces that hit in different areas, and it makes the water bitter. And basically, the question is, could that be what actually makes it radioactive if we tried to nuke the thing? And I would not put it past the world to do something that reckless. I mean, there's already a lot of talks about trying to test for that on other asteroids that aren't going to hit the Earth. I remember I was talking with my wife Christina, and she's like, well, you know, what if they test that on a meteor that's not going to hit the Earth, but they don't do their calculations right, they're off by a little bit, and the explosion actually causes it to come and hit Earth? Wouldn't that just be like poetic justice? It's like, yeah, that's a good theory. But it's funny that movie Armageddon is something like 20 years old now, just about. When that come out? 97, 98, somewhere around there. But in that, it's that exact scenario. They're successful in the movie, but real life isn't like the movies. I don't know that we would be that successful. So maybe that is part of the Wormwood prophecy. Anyway, so it's just interesting that this missile is called the Flying Chernobyl missile. Chernobyl, in some language, if I remember correctly, can be translated to wormwood in the Wormwood prophecy. And who knows, maybe the Wormwood prophecy isn't an asteroid. Maybe it is some kind of missile or something. I don't really think so, but you know, that's the thing about prophecy. It's really hard to know exactly how all the little minor details are going to fit into place until after it happens. And then after it happens, you can go back and see, oh, okay. And that's what's amazing about Bible prophecy, too, because it's so specific in its predictions, but it doesn't give you the layout of every single little detail. It just tells you what's going to happen. And, you know, the lead up to that and everything. That's what makes Bible prophecy so interesting to me. Anyway, continuing on. As for the other speculations of what the green fireball could be, eagle-eyed Russians thought it was the Berezovsky missile, dubbed the Flying Chernobyl, which is a nuclear-capable weapon which Putin claims is unstoppable. Excuse me. But after its successful secret test flights last week, an expert warned that the military boast is just another way to strike up fear for World War III. And by the way, leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about the Wormwood prophecy? Is it an asteroid? Is it a missile? Is it just some kind of fallen angel and it's metaphorical for something else? I don't believe so. I take a literal approach to prophecy because to me, all the past prophecies were fulfilled literally. Why would that change for future prophecies? But But that's just me. I'm curious to know what you think. Let us know. And then what do you think when you've seen the video? What do you think that green thing was? Space debris makes sense to me, but I don't know. It doesn't really look like a missile because it breaks apart unless it was intended to. Uh, I don't know. I don't know enough about missiles, I guess, to really know. But it says John Erath, Senior Policy Director for the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation, said Russia has claimed to have tested its long-range Burevestnik cruise missile. The ranges claimed by Russia at which this missile can operate have led to speculation that it may be nuclear-powered, as did the presence of a radiation cleanup crew following an unsuccessful test in 2017. Again, with the whole Chernobyl missile thing, do you think that this missile plays a part in Bible prophecy? And do you think that Russia is involved in Bible prophecy? I certainly think a really strong and really good case can be made for the Gog and Magog war, but I'm interested to know what you think. Regardless of the missile's propulsion, this weapon provides no additional capability to Russia, which already possesses ICBMs with global range. The recent announcement is more likely a propaganda ploy to generate concern in the West about possible nuclear escalation should Russia's war of aggression be opposed through continued military assistance to Ukraine. And yeah, that could be it too. I mean, they're always playing games, and there's a bunch of propaganda stuff going around. So I'm curious to know what you all think about this. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out the links. And again, don't forget to make sure you are subscribed, because it's even unsubscribing me on my own channel. Now, I'm not subscribed to my channel on my own channel. There's no way to do that. I have a separate YouTube account that doesn't have any videos on it that I use to just watch stuff that's attached to my main email. And I'm subscribed on that one, but the past 3 or 4 videos, I haven't been getting notifications, so I don't know why YouTube does that. I also noticed that my subscriber count, when I put up I believe it was the Islam video, when I was checking my stats, every time I would refresh it, I lost a couple subscribers. Might not be anything. Maybe people just didn't like the video and unsubscribed, but I don't normally see that in most of my videos, so it was just strange. Like, why that video? I wonder, right? And just because YouTube has censored me so much in the past, I know it's getting a little better now. I just don't trust YouTube. So you shouldn't either. Make sure you're subscribed. Click the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you're able to, I mean, the best way to go is to just get a subscription at dailyrenegade.com. Get a membership, because then you get full videos, you get early access. I believe this one's going up Monday, so I'm recording this before the weekend. So people that have a membership at Daily Renegade have already had this full video for a few days now. I'm always up. I'm uploading stuff on there all the time. So you get early access and you get full videos. There's a bunch of content at dailyrenegade.com that's not available on YouTube or anywhere else because of the censorship issues. And then again, if you just want the audio only stuff, and if you just want to do that and you want access to the official blog, the official Daily Renegade blog, that's joshpeck.substack.com, and I got a lot of great stuff there. All right, so that will do it for today. I am looking forward to reading your comments and seeing what you think this is. To me, I think space debris makes sense. Kind of looks like that, especially burning green. Doesn't that usually mean it's some kind of metal or something? I think maybe years ago I read something about that, but I can't remember now. Maybe somebody out there knows. So, leave us a comment. Excited to see what you think. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and God bless.